What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the Legends cards that did get released in college football 25 yesterday and how you guys should approach each and every legend and maybe adding them to your specific squad. Now, this video is just my opinion, okay? So everybody has their own opinion on these cards, on, which cards they should maybe acquire for their squad. But I'm going to hopefully help you guys build your squad with some of these Legends cards that will help you out in the long run. Now, let's start with this. I don't see any situation in which you guys should own or run an 85 overall card from the Legend set, unless you're trying to have the best squad in the game. Because this Pat White is one of, if not the best quarterback in the entire game. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's not that man, because he is that good in college football Ultimate Team. But on the other side of things, how much better is this Pat White than this Pat White right here? 83 overall Pat White for 59,000 coins. This 83 overall Pat White is nearly just as good as that 85 overall Pat White. And I know you guys are going to sit up there and be like, well, Ty, I mean, he's got basically -2 in every stat, which he does. But I guarantee if I did a gameplay with the 83 overall Pat White, you would not know the difference between that Pat White and the 85 overall Pat White. And the same thing is true for like the middle linebackers in this set. I don't see any situation in which you guys should be running the 85 overall Urlacher or the 85 overall Ray Lewis. I just don't think it ultimately is worth it for you guys. 25,000 for the 82 overall Ray Lewis. Whereas if you want the better Ray Lewis, you're having to spend 247,000 coins on this card. Again, it's a situation in which it's just not worth it unless you want the best squad in the game. Obviously, there's not that many great 83 overall cards, but maybe the 81 overall Ray Lewis is your best value option, and I'd argue it is. I'd argue the 81 overall Legends are your best value. They're 12,000 coins, and they're going to give you 90% of what the 82 overall does, and basically 75% of what that 75 overall does. If you know anything about me, my biggest hope, my biggest goal for you guys is to help save you guys some coins. And another thing right now is because these cards are pretty, I don't even want to call them overpopulated, but you can't search for all of them at once. It's kind of one of those things that right now, the best way to buy a new card is just the buy it now price. You're never going to get a steal on a bid of any of these cards. The best value you can get of each and every one of these cards is to buy them outright. So, I mean, you buy them, and honestly, these cards are overpriced when it comes to bidding right now. Just another tip for you guys while watching this video. If you were to bid on any of these cards, you're going to pay a premium just for the sole fact that it's hard to search for Legends unless you know what you are doing. But whether it's Pat White's 81 overall, probably your best value quarterback in maybe the entire game. I'd argue he is. 81 overall Pat White being your best value quarterback in the entire game. Whether it's Brian Urlacher or Ray Lewis, middle linebacker. Whether it's Marshall Faulk's 81 overall running back. All of these cards are so good for their specific price, and I feel like the average person isn't really taking advantage of it. The average person is either getting the 80 overall or the 85 overall, or, locking them in sets and not maximizing what the card truly can do for you. And I'm a firm believer. Guess what? These cards can all lead you to so much success, especially when it comes to those 83 overall cards. I'm going to say I think the 83s and the 81s are your best value cards in the entire game. When it comes to the Legends, again, is the 85 better than the 83 overall? Yes, but you are paying a $150,000 price premium just to have that basically 85 overall, and it's not worth it for your average person. So hopefully you're not spending 200,000 coins on each and every one of these cards. Like, I get it. It's cool to have some of these top legends in the game. I would absolutely love to have some of these top legends in the game. But when you can get an 83 overall Ray Lewis or Brian Urlacher instead of, getting that, instead of going and getting the 82 overall or the 85 overall, I think it's worth it. I think that's kind of that middle ground that I would look at if I am you guys personally. And you guys can let let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Is this something you guys agree with? Kind of just relaxing and slowly building your squad up instead of, you know what, paying a big time premium on this 85 overall cards? Because I just think, for me personally, it's so much more worth it to slowly build your squad, whether it's, you know, the 82, 81, 80s overall. And maybe what it is you start with the 80 overall cards and then you slowly sell them and then work your way up. But the 85s to me are so overpriced right now and just ultimately not worth it. And the last thing I want to highlight is I just want to go over each and every price. So basically 10,000 is going to be your cheapest 80 overall is 10,000 coins. It's going to be your cheapest overall, 80 overall. Now for 81, you're looking at 12,000, 13,000 coins. Again, super cheap. I want you guys to realize that's super cheap. Then you go to 82 overalls. You can get them for 25,000 coins. Again, when you're comparing 25,000 coins to what they want you to spend, they want you to spend, you know, basically 10 times that. It's just overall not worth it, guys. And I hope you guys are getting where I'm coming from. The more you save your coins now, the better off you are going to be in the long run. And another thing you can do is try to snipe 83, 80, you know, and even the 82 overalls to help build your squad from that ground up. So again, I'd start, if you're really wanting to ball on a budget, I'd start just with the 80 overalls, maybe the 81 overalls for 10, 12,000 coins. And then by the end of it, maybe you work your way up to the 83 overalls for, you know what, it's 50, 60,000 coins. I think you can make the case that that's somewhat worth it. But when it comes down to it, guys, I cannot make the case up here in front of you guys that any 85 overall legend is worth it. Yes, they might be the best card at their specific position, but when the 83 overall Pat White gives you 90% of what that 85 overall Pat White gives you, I personally cannot make the case that it's worth it for anybody. So, especially for me, I didn't buy any of these legends yet. I think they're way overpriced for how good each and every one of the cards are right now. So that's just kind of where I stand on things. But again, at the end of the day, guys, play the game how you want. I'm just hopefully here to try to help you guys out. And again, when an 83 overall Marshall Faulk is 54,000 coins, and in the 85 overall is 150,000 coins, it's tough for me not to make a video talking about, look, save your coins instead of paying 4 times the premium. Just relax and slowly build your squad up. And even Ray Lewis, 60,000 coins for the 83 overall Ray Lewis. Like, to me, I'd much rather run this card right here than pay a premium for that 85 overall Ray Lewis, because even 83 overall Ray Lewis, guess what, is 83 speed and is a great user. I know I've been rambling, but that's just the truth behind it, guys. Do not pay a premium just to have that 85 overall. You won't notice the difference more times than not. That's my opinion on things. Let me know your thoughts on it, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.